los pronombres de complemento indirecto. So you're going to look for that personal a, and that'll tell you who the indirect object is. Muy importante. Or direct object. Okay, so I have different clothing items that I'm going to pass out to you, and you're going to follow the model to indicate who, and what does vender mean again? Just this verb? To sell. So you're going to use the past tense, I sold, and whatever the clothing item was, and we'll just do this quickly. You're going to tell me what clothing item it was and to whom you sold it. Ahora, nosotros vamos a reportar la ropa que vendimos, ¿ok? Y aquí tienen el ejemplo en sus papeles. Yo le vendí la ropa a la persona y por cuánto dinero, ¿no? Y nosotros vamos a escribir los nombres de las personas. Bueno, y por cuánto Ok, empezando con esta ropa. ¿Cómo se dice en español? Sandals. Las sandalias, ok? Y tenemos aquí las sandalias. Entonces, originalmente, Morgan? Okay, so Morgan, repite la frase. Yo
vendí las sandalias a Ethan porque te siento yo.
Muy bien, excelente. So, en sus papeles, chicos, necesitan escribir Morgan. Le vendió las sandalias a Ethan por $2,000 pesos? Just $2,000? 2,500 pesos. Ok, chicos. Y ahora vamos a examinar la gramática. Step 1, verbo. Verbo es vendió. Sujeto. Step 2, the subject. Sujeto. Morgan. Muy bien. Objeto directo. What's the direct object? Sandalias. Objeto indirecto. Ethan. A personal. No? And then that's like frase preposicional. Okay. Los jeans. Voluntario. Muy bien, Morgan. Voluntario. Yo le vendí los blue jeans a. So, Colin, ahora, yo le vendí.
Yo le vendí los blue jeans a David por
Okay, ¿cuánto, David? ¿Cuánto cuestan los blue jeans?
Los blue jeans.
Por $1. Okay, ¿esta ropa qué es? La camisa. Vamos a la camisa. La persona que vendió la camisa. Okay, Verónica.
Yo le vendí a camisa a Hunter por 8,000 pesos.
Muy bien. A Hunter por 8 pesos. Okay, la próxima persona con el suéter.
Yo le vendí al suéter a Veronica por 8,000
$8,000
pesos.
pesos también. Le vendió el suéter a Verónica por 8,000 pesos. Y ahora el cinturón, ¿no? Vamos con el cinturón. Okay, Jake. O yo. Aquí, mira.
Sí.
Ajá, yo le vendí. Vendí.
El cinturón a Colin por 5,000 pesos.
5,000 pesos. Ok, en sus papeles, chicos, ¿qué escribimos? ¿Qué nombre escribimos aquí? Jake. Muy bien, Morgan. Jake le vendió el cinturón a Colin. ¿Por cuánto? ¿Clase? ¿Por cuánto? 5,000. Gracias, Colin. 5,000 pesos. Muy bien. Okay. Los zapatos de tenis. David, tú tienes los zapatos de tenis. 50,000. Pero David, ¿a quién? So David, chicos, ¿qué escribimos aquí? David no le vendió los zapatos de tenis. ¿Cómo se dice to no one? Nadie. Muy bien. David, tú no participaste. No vendiste la ropa a nadie. Terrible. Okay. Pantalones cortos. Los pantalones cortos. Y aquí tenemos el modelo. Yo le vendí los pantalones cortos. Okay, Tyrese.
Le vendo los
Pantalones.
pantalones cortos Elizabeth por 10,000 pesos.
10,000 pesos. Muy escribimos aquí. ¿Quién? Tyrese, ¿no? Tyrese le vendió los pantalones cortos a Elizabeth. ¿Por cuánto? 10,000. 10,000 pesos. Y por último, la camisa. Oh, perdón, no es la camisa. No es la camisa. Aquí es, no es la camisa, es la camiseta. Muy bien. Ok. Voluntario. La camiseta. Bella, gracias.
Yo
Muy bien. Vendí.
vendí camiseta a Morgan por 5,000.
5,000 pesos. Muy bien, buena memoria. Excelente. Chicos, entonces en sus papeles, ¿qué escribimos aquí? Bella le vendió la camiseta a Morgan. ¿Por cuánto? 5,000 pesos. Ok, bueno, el objetivo de esta actividad es identificar sujetos, verbos, objetos directos, la ropa, y los objetos indirectos, ¿no? So remember, we're still finding the verb first. We're still using the same order of operations, if you will. Finding the verb. Why is it helpful to find the verb? Why is it helpful to find the verb first? Because the verb does what? First of all, in Spanish 102, we're all capable of recognizing what a verb is in this sentence. And every sentence needs a verb, so you can always count on that. Not every sentence has a direct object. Not every sentence has an indirect object. But every sentence has a verb. And every verb needs a what? Subject. We're still finding the verb first and then the subject. We want to, even though this might seem redundant, yes, profesita, I know what the verb is. I know what the subject is, but it helps with process of elimination. Because on the test, you're going to have to rewrite the sentences, replacing, everything. And you need to keep who's doing what straight. Who's selling what to whom, for example, and on the ampliación. So we want to find the verb first, then the subject, and then, of course, the direct object. And where does the direct object come in relationship to the verb? Well, the pronoun comes before when we use a pronoun. But when we write the pronoun, it does come before the verb. But when we're just looking for it in a sentence, all these direct objects in all of these sentences, we have vendió as our verb. And where do all of our direct objects come? Right after the verb, right after. And that's going to be helpful on the supersite and on the test and the ampliación. The pronoun, when we rewrite it, does come before the verb. But when we're finding it, it's going to come right after, okay? Zapatos. And even though everything in a sentence can change its order in Spanish, that's not going to change. The fourth step is finding the personal a. And why is it important to find the personal a? That little a tells us what? Exactly. That's going to help figure out what the indirect is. And that's our last step. Step 5, find the indirect object. So once we see that personal a, we know who the indirect object is. And once we get to there, we can replace our indirect object with a pronoun. This is important because we could say this sentence in Spanish. We can say, it's grammatically correct to say, al niño le da zapatos Tom. In Spanish, the subject can come at the end, and the indirect object can come at the beginning. In native English-speaking brains, when we see a name or a person at the beginning of a sentence, what does our native English-speaking brain think? If we see a name at the beginning of the sentence, we think it's a subject because that's what, like, at least 2 decades of your life, your brain's been doing that. So we have to retrain our brain just in case on the supersite your indirect object comes first, but you'll know it's an indirect object because why? What tell the personal exactly, muy bien. And then we can use a pronoun to replace our indirect object. And it's nice because what is something we've already seen before? What are some of these pronouns we've already seen before? Have we already seen may before? We sure have. May can be a direct or an indirect object. You can call me, or you can give me your t-shirt, okay? So I can be the direct object if you call me, or I can be the indirect object if you give me something. Me can go either way. You, I can call you, or I can give you something. You can be a direct or an indirect object. We, or us, excuse me, it's not we. Us, you can call us or you can give us something. So me, te, and nos can go either way. They're easy. But what's different then? What's different about our indirect object pronouns and our direct object pronouns? Me is the same as chapter 5. Te is the same as chapter 5. Nos is the same as chapter 5. But what's different now in chapter 6? Lay and lace. So lay can only be an indirect object. And lace can only be an indirect object. And that's the person that, got the shorts, or got the belt, or got the tennis shoes, for example. But the belt, the tennis shoes, the t-shirt, all of that, we would use lola, los, and las. Okay? Because those are direct object pronouns. Lay and lace are indirect object pronouns. ¿Comprenden? Like semejantes pero diferentes. So I was going to finish this with passing around the ball, but I wanted to start with that. And as you can see, I wouldn't give us the ball, but I could give the ball to Tyrese, to him, or to them, or to you, or to me. Okay? That's what these mean. Us, them, him, or her. Typically, they're people. We typically give things to people. But we can also use indirect objects with like a hamburger. I put ketchup on my burger. My burger in that particular example is the indirect object. But those are like super rare. Generally on the superside on the test, the indirect objects are people. The direct objects are things. Okay? Bueno, entonces tiene más práctica.